Ah, monkey! What's up, dude? Holy fuck. The chat is a little big, man. Okay. Ah! Don't do that. So, here we are. What's up? Nice emoji. Veek, how you doing? So, I'm not working on my, my psycho fucking mapcraft submission today. Well, I will be, but not on stream. We're gonna try to finish off the outline, that whole thing. Hold on, I gotta move this over here. We're also gonna be doing some concept work, I think. Oh shit, a frog knifed a bat. Wasn't expecting that twist. Nice, nice emoji. What's up, Eltrick? You said, clip it a bit? Somebody said that, I should show less messages, but have them be bigger. And so... I can't... Unless you mean clipping, like, the top more. Like that. I guess that's less space. The stuff on the right is, like, a longer message would just get clipped, which is why there's so much space on the right. So I can really only clip to the north and move the thing up. We'll find some happy medium that we can settle on eventually. I'm not really that worried about it. So, where was I? I was discussing my plan for today with regards to this stream. So I've gotten some more work done on my other stream. I mean, my other project. Here's the latest update for that, my mapcraft submission. As you can see, the front-facing ramp, or bridge rather, for dirt has been achieved. There's still a couple of minor things. Like, I feel like I can probably smooth out something that, like that little extension. And then there's like a little bit too much dark pixels over here. And then in general, the outline, like the shading or whatever, could probably be a little bit stronger to properly show the depth. Especially on the bottom and to the left. The stuff on the top is a little bit more agreeable. But, that's like the major thing. I was also thinking that the tile... It's over here. So this tile blends with the cliff on the other side. So that we can do stuff like, you know... It can be like that. And then there's a border piece. So this is what it would look like, roughly speaking. Obviously, I'm missing some tiles. But as you can see, there's this pipe here. And the pipe made more sense when the whole tile was intact. It was... I'm actually not sure which tile it was originally. Well, it was just a bridge tile originally, so I can go and find it here. So yeah, it was this right here. And as you can see, the pipe feels more built in this tile. But I've masked out a whole bunch of stuff, and I tried to keep the pipe intact. So it's probably better for me to just mask the pipe entirely. It doesn't really add that much. So I'll probably end up doing that along with trying to improve the shading overall. Well, I can still see well, unless you mean your message didn't send at all in the chat. Even if it doesn't show in the restream, I can still see it. I have the chats themselves hooked up on my, as you can see here, I've got the YouTube chat, the Mixer chat, and the Twitch chat all pulled up. So. But yeah. I'm gonna move these Mineralis around as well, because, Hey. Alright. Anyway, that's pretty much the only update I would say. Other than, like, a couple of more areas. But I haven't really done too much work. So there you go. But because of this increase in, or like improvement or advancement in the terrain development, I think I should probably go through and add that tile set to this map so that I can use some of the asteroid stuff, even if they are kind of a work in progress. Well, maybe not, maybe it doesn't matter right now. Maybe it's okay to just leave it for later. Because I just realized I would then have to go through the time-consuming process of manually placing all of those tiles. And I don't think I need to worry about that right now. What's up, Alexander? How you doing? You know, I had a dream that I started getting addicted to smoking cigarettes. And that's what I'm pretty sure that was the last dream that I had. I woke up and I was like, wait, I'm not addicted to smoking cigarettes. I hate cigarettes. But for some reason, I was really liking them in the dream. Marijuana is a gateway drug to tobacco. Let it be known. It was a prophecy that came to me some time ago. Oh yeah, so another thing I've been thinking about is, originally this area had a bunch of catwalk here. One of the things that I think I'll do in going forward is I think I'll keep catwalk this, you know, basically this role. I don't think I'll ever place it over here again, or like on the main area of terrain, you know? I feel like catwalk should probably serve a very specific purpose of connecting areas in a otherwise, you know, unconnected manner. And to that end, I'm probably going to make catwalk unbuildable so that you can't wall off the areas. I may make a blend of catwalk terrain that is like plating blended to catwalk or something that is possible to be built. Like it's supposed to be reinforced so it can handle the weight of structures or something. But as far as I'm concerned, that's the only thing that makes sense in this case. Like I don't think it would be fair at all to wall off these areas when they're pretty much the only way anybody can get around. But I do think that maybe some areas should have a couple of slots, in theory, for like missile turrets or bunkers or something. And of course, if you like burrow a basilisk there, you can put a creep colony down, pylon and a photon cannon, something like that. I think wouldn't hurt to include, but I wouldn't want to give the player such a freedom of choice that they can just make it a giant wall. So I'm not sure how that will work out exactly, but at least for this map, you don't need to build on these tiles. There's not really anything you gain from it, beyond the natural advantage of having some stuff here. So I think that would be fine. Like, I don't have any worries about that, personally. I don't know what other people think of that, but I think if it's always used as just a connection between a couple of other platforms, I think it's okay if the tiles are not buildable. You have to build it in a little bit of a different manner. So the main level design issue with this map is definitely the centerpiece. I really don't know how to feel about the centerpiece right now. Like, on the one hand, I don't have all the reverse ramps in yet, but I wasn't really planning on adding a reverse ramp down here, and this is just sort of like a long hallway type thing with, like, it leads nowhere, really. It just leads to another area where you could do a ramp. So I would like to add more significance to the area, or make it easier to travel through. Because right now it doesn't feel like there's any reason why you would want to do that, unless you wanted to harass this base, which is a valid reason to do that, but that can't really be I don't like that. That would be the only reason to go to this area, is to harass the mineral line here, or to secure it if you were taking that expansion. Once the reverse ramps are in, we'll have something like defending or harassing this base, which is probably going to be the Ultramarine Natural. But I also don't really like the placement of resources here and how open the minerals are. I think I would prefer it if I could rework this area entirely into something that still had an element of height to it, but made room for maybe an extra expansion somewhere in this mess, and otherwise was more approachable. Or if it stays as unapproachable, it at least offers more value, which is probably where the other expansion would come in. I think all the other areas seem okay to me. You've got the, there's going to be a reverse ramp there. I guess I should start placing the reverse ramp so I have a little bit more of a up-to-date perspective on what the map actually is. I don't have to keep reminding myself and anybody else who pops in that this ramp is supposed to be here or whatever. So we'll just do that now. Oh, this isn't my mapcraft submission. This is Zergo 2 for Hydra. So overthinking is more of a... I mean, I don't think it's overthinking in that context. It's the exact amount of thinking you would want. Because I'm thinking. I'm gonna have to make plating for low platform as well, probably. But anyways, we'll have a ramp here. I'm free for now. Hell yeah. You hear that, guys? I got my freedom back. Alright. Made that a bit more approachable. Oh yeah, and I don't even have any blend that could potentially look at the fucking ramps for this. Like the extended ramps, I mean. There's nothing for a reverse ramp of that nature. No, the only thing from Jocko Willink that I am aware of is his psycho, that psychotic thing that he does where he's like, reload, re-engage, retard. I'm sure it's deeply motivational for a lot of people, but for me, it's been the context that I was introduced to the idea was when Joe Rogan was on the podcast and he had somebody, one of his guests, look at that, and he's like, isn't that just, I mean, if that doesn't make you really just want to get up and do stuff, I don't know what will. And the fucking, this guest was like, that's great, Joe, but my daughter is in the hospital with leukemia. I know, like, that's obviously a mean thing to laugh at, but just the way he said that with the deadpan delivery after this guy's showing him a motivational video that annihilated me, so I can never, I can't ever fucking take that guy seriously just on that basis. At least not in the context of that video. So that's a good bit. If you... it was almost like a comedy skit, but then you realize the guy was telling the truth. Like, it wasn't a fucking joke that he was making. It was real. But no, I imagine his podcast is a little bit more, like, he finds interesting people that he wants to have conversations with and talks to them, which is pretty much all podcasts. Expand this out a little bit. Nice little bit of a cliff here. Nothing too crazy. Just get something out there, you know? Something a little, drop some stuff on, you know, drop a basilisk on there and snipe the workers. I think this cliff, in order to have any real gameplay purpose would probably have to be a little bit closer or a little bit larger. But either way, I mean, the Protoss base will expand out towards this direction, so it'll still be useful for the 1% of players that decide to play that and do that. What other reverse ramps was I looking at implementing? I don't think I was going to make a reverse ramp here. If I was going to, I would need to rework that whole area. So, do you watch the Jacko Willing podcast? Would you recommend it? Or is that, were you just asking to see if I did, so that I could potentially recommend it? I really only watch, as far as podcasts go, I only watch like a very small number of them. I mostly watch like esports talk shows because those are like an interesting topic to me personally. But, as far as podcasts go, it's pretty much just Joe Rogan, I think. I don't think I... Oh, I watched The Portal from Eric Weinstein, but... he's only done like 5 episodes, so... that's why it skipped my mind earlier. I mean, I'm not always sure, I'm not always interested in even what Joe Rogan says, but he's just a pretty, personable character, so... I still can't believe the one with the, as I so eloquently described her in the previous time we talked about Joe Rogan, the dumb bitch. Man. That was still a pretty funny one, I think. It wasn't funny for the reasons that people were expecting it to be funny. But it was funny. Jesus Christ, man. It was about as much of a funny as this ramp. Which is pretty funny. How could people look at this when they're playing and making maps? Remember, all of these were made in Melee maps, or used in Melee maps, rather. So now I need to pull this over one. Alright. What a shitty thing. What a terrible thing to do to your map. Such desecration. You guys will really get a kick out of when I have to do those catwalk ones, though. That'll be a real disaster. Were there any other ramps? Oh, there we go. Now we're cooking, man. I can't wait for when SI adds being able to subtract from your selection. I'm sure that will never happen, but a man can fucking dream. Oh boy. Still waking up here. So I think I got all of the ramps set up. I don't think I needed any other reverse ones besides the catwalk stuff. Oh yeah, I was considering adding a reverse ramp over here, where suddenly, like, something that was previously fairly safe for you to do is thrown into question as to whether or not it's something that... Like, previously you were pretty safe in trying to ignore this entry point If you think about it, like the hypothetical way that the gameplay would work is you'd have to worry about Protoss from the southeast, or sorry, southwest, and the southeast, which is this area, and then just the straight up east. But the attacks could theoretically also come from the north, obviously the northeast, and the just west. There's a lot of entry points that you already have to worry about, I guess. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to add another one there. Since you already have basilisks in the first mission, though, you should be able to get something done with basilisks. Maybe I could pre-place a basilisk for one or both of the players. And they could, I could see that working out, where you get a free basilisk, and, you know, whatever that ends up being, you can use it in the early game. I'll definitely have to have a little bit of downtime in this mission in the early game, because like at least a solid minute before or around there before the first Protoss attack starts to hit. I think just because the player has their forces sort of strewn about in various positions, and that's fine when it's not combined with a situation where you have to worry about getting annihilated and you have to move your troops into position. Because the AI is attacking in a very specific manner, or whatever. Like, I guess if they just send a couple of guards, like guard zealots or whatever, here and there, and it feels a little bit more like they're just moving some scout units to attack, then it's a little different. But I like the idea that the AI waits before doing a very solid early game attack. And thus the player has time to scout around and get their bearings. Below their bearings. There's also not really an early expansion for the player to take, I realized. Like, this one's very easily contestable. That one's an island. This one's easily contestable. That's pretty much the safest one. And then you've got this one, which is on the high ground at least. And actually a little bit further away from the enemy. So it's like the low ground and high ground ones are probably the safest ones, which is weird because you would think that it would be the others. I mean, obviously this is pretty safe too, but good luck getting it in the early game. Have to one base layer into transport. Not a completely invalid strategy, I'll say. I still do like the idea that there's some unit that just fucking throws the target unit to the destination. So you can just chuck your drone halfway across the map, get him into an island. I don't know what unit would actually be able to do that, but that seems like a good bet. Alright. And yeah, nobody has made any ramps at all with like any reverse catwalk ramps. Not a single one. Well, you know what that calls for. Alright, there's your ramp. Check it out. I can't believe I'm doing that. Now that's map crap. Were there any others that were even going to be backwards? Oh yeah, over here. Alright. I think I'm done defiling my map for now. Although I will do this. In addition. I think there was one other point where that was supposed to happen, but I can't remember. Maybe not. Alright, well, ramp crap is a go, dude. Holy fuck. I hope DF saves me from my certain doom. I guess I'm not really that surprised that this is the way that people made their fucking ramps, but my god. You'd think they would have had some decency. You think Blizzard would have shipped with those? You know, there's a Korean clone. I think it's called Armageddon for the Crimson Glory or something. There's a Korean Starcraft clone. There's a lot of those, but this particular one, in the first mission, you see that they actually made proper backwards ramps for Desert. Now that's a game I would like to fucking play on stream. Not just because it has ramps. Just because it's insane. There were actually a lot of, a small concentration, I guess, of Korean StarCraft clones from 1999 till, I think, 2003 or something. And then, of course, the Warcraft stuff took center stage for a while. But I don't think anybody made a Warcraft clone. At least not a Warcraft 3 clone, not to my knowledge. All right, warm-up's over. It's time. Man, there's really no fucking reason for this to taste this good, so you know it's gonna cause cancer. Alright, so let's move this over here. So for your mapcraft submission, Alexander, are you going to be doing... Well, actually, I'm not sure if... Are you able to participate? Were you able to make your monitor not an inconsistent piece of shit? Maybe he's not here. I am sort of lost with what I would like to do. I think I'm going to move this expansion over here. I still wanted to add another one, but I'm not sure if there's room anywhere. Let's add those ramps. We'll worry about the rest. Alright, I'll do 2 of these instead of one big one. Maybe that works better as a mineral only. Or I could slip that in there. That's assuming you can even mine from those mineral fields. I still haven't tested that now that I think about it. I mean, mine from the geysers. I should do that real quick. annihilated. Okay. So that seems to work. Now we'll just move this drone. Where is he? Over here. Make sure he can do that. Ah, okay. So it needs to only be on like one unbuildable tile or something. Very strange. Alright, so we'll have to move some stuff. I was also thinking about how to phrase mission objectives lately. And it feels a little too, It's very specific when it says destroy all enemy production structures. But I feel like maybe I could phrase it in a way where the same effect, or the same objective is established, but it's done so in a more respectful way? Like, something that doesn't completely ignore the whole immersion thing. But I don't know. I don't really have any good ideas for that. I guess I'll just sit on that one for a while. Okay. Cool. Just want to make sure I can actually mine from all of these places. Yep, looks like it. Although one thing I did want to show you guys while I'm in here. Hold on. Okay, so enjoyed this sound.
Greetings, I am Zan.
Oops, I meant to cancel him. Apparently this is what it sounded like in the N64 days. But when I first heard this, I thought that there was some serious issues. That's an illness. Alright, so we've done that. Hey. Okay. Alright, so is there room for another expansion is the question. I feel like the map is generally pretty full. But it couldn't hurt to have another one somewhere. I just don't know where specifically. Need to, Well, at least there's a little bit more brown to mix up the gray now. I guess the real question is, like, what is the point of this area that we have? Is there a point? I could make it come down in here and, you know, do this, basically. But I feel like that wouldn't be that... I don't know. I don't like having dead ends like that when they really only serve to... I don't know, they don't really serve any purpose. Now this, on the other hand, even though it's still a dead end, is much more useful, I think. Now that it's smaller, its value has actually increased because you can run up here and take a jab at enemy units that are rotating through. And you can even isolate this passageway, since I'm going to be adding a couple of ramps over there. Actually, I still have this open, right?
So your folks are going out of town. You got the place all to yourself. Yeah? What the fuck? If you can't say it, you can't do it.
I forgot to place this ramp this whole time as well. But this will be a wider ramp in the final version. So that it'll make a bit more sense that there's so much scale there. Alright. Well, I like that a little bit better anyway. Alright. Well, I think the layout is a bit stronger now, even though we weren't able to add a brand new expansion. Oh yeah, I was gonna turn this into I was considering turning this into an island, but I feel like there's almost no way for the Terrans to engage. There's only one way for the Terrans to engage the Protoss at that point. But maybe not, because, I mean, even though they need to come through here, now that that's not an expansion where the Protoss will have a bunch of defenses, I mean, the Protoss can try to isolate that, but they can still go down here, or up here, or over here. So there's a little bit more maneuverability there than I thought. So maybe I will end up doing that. I think I will. Or I could even go the other way, right? And I could make it so that like this expansion that I'm gonna add down here is actually the Terran's natural or something. So we could keep this ramp in here. But then it's kind of a weak point for them if somebody ever wants to take this area. Because if they can isolate this area and use it as a landing zone, I don't know, that could be pretty bad for the Terrans. Especially if they're not going to have complete ground control of the area, we'll say. Alright. Cutting it a little close to the border of the map, but I think we can do it. Yeah, normally I'm not really a fan of that. I'll probably convert this to an asteroid or something. At some point. I'll blend that in Photoshop later. There definitely needs to be some sort of blend for that thing, in my opinion. Go. Add some doodads to discourage pathing shit over there. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that could be like a mineral turret area or something for the natural. And we'll throw gas somewhere over here. Oh, maybe I'll keep this mineral only. I'm not sure. We'll have to do some testing, I guess. Or the testing will be right now if I can find a place for the geyser where it won't fuck up the pathfinding. I think that's probably your best bet, but I don't like it. So that's a mineral only. There's certainly enough gas on this map anyways, so I'm not worried about that. Alright. So there's room for a bunker here, and a turret right here. But then they wouldn't be able to put it... I guess they would have to put the turret here. Because if it's here, it blocks the pathfinding. It could also... No, that's probably fine. Okay, so we have our initial setup here. And that should also be our last resource area, if I'm not mistaken, so... A comparable number of resource areas at the end of the day. Alright, where's another... Actually, there's not very many mineral onlys, like I said. There is a lot of gas on this map. That might be the only mineral only. Surely I added another one somewhere. But no, I think that's it. That's crazy. Some of them might turn into mineral onlys. I think the number of gases is a little high. And the number of minerals might be too low, as a matter of fact. But either way, it looks like we've got 18 resource areas. There was 19 or 20 in the first map, but this map is a little bit more spread out. So... that's fine. It's actually a lower econ map in a way, not just because it has one or two less resource areas, but also because the resources start out a little bit more depleted. Which I think will help give a feel that this is a well-trodden battlefield that has been certainly exhumed. A lot of its resources have been pilfered down the last couple of weeks or whatever, it's seen some action. I'll hope to have the platform destroyed doodads taken care of at some point as well, so that I can use those and show that there have been battles. What's up, Janchovic? I mean, Commando campaign, micro campaign, probably. Torture simulator would be the obvious answer, for my money. Oh, fuck. Yeah, people usually call it that, but I think that was a term popularized in Warcraft 3 terms, because obviously there's no RPG. There's pretty much no RPG mechanics in Brood War for the micro maps that you'll see in that. So it's not a one-size-fits-all anyway. That's for sure. I think we're good. In that respect, anyway. Oh, welcome back. I was asking if your monitor had started to work again more consistently, or if you had not been able to resolve that issue. Ah, fuck. Frog! Alright, so the outline is taken care of. Today we're going to do a little bit something different, though, now that we have the map outline a little bit more final. And that's something different may blow your mind. I really feel like there's a lack of an expansion over here somewhere, but good luck trying to find a place for it. Alright, so I'm going to be working on the new game state planning. That's what I'm going to be doing. Oh, yeah. Well, this week I'm going to be doing this, and on Thursday there will be another stream, if, again, assuming everything works out. Like, I don't know what my mother's idea is for what she wants to do for her birthday, so I just put in the schedule, and the schedule is literally just Tuesday and Thursday are Hydra dev streams, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday are Retribution and Mapcraft streams. I just wasn't able to do the Monday one, obviously, but my, like, tomorrow morning or afternoon or whatever will be a Mapcraft stream. The schedule's a little wonky in terms of the times, like, it's not the times that we're all used to because of some of the other family stuff, but it should be alright altogether. I think I'll still be able to commit to trying to get this map's AI done by the end of this week or early next week so that we can start testing it, but also try to get a good amount of progress done on my my Mapcraft submission. And then next week I'll have more of a proper understanding of like how much work is left and how much do I have to focus, and maybe all of the mod streams that week will be for my Mapcraft submission as opposed to double dipping and working on some other stuff and alongside that. What are you working on that isn't related to your Mapcraft submission? There's pretty much no place for this say how to build depots. Oh yeah, I feel you. Like, I'll ask a friend of mine for the link, Alexander. He's the one who showed it to me. But what I was gonna say there is, I definitely understand where you're coming from, DF. I feel like there's even my for myself with custom terrain. There's always like, oh yeah, I was in the middle of doing that, and like I have a bunch of projects that are like halfway started in that respect, or you know, that are all gonna require a fair bit of work. And I still thought it would be a good idea to start working on a fucking Mapcraft submission. Because I'm a lunatic. Well, that is good news. I could actually see myself adding an incredibly open expansion somewhere. For this Tyrion player. to take in the early game. Where he just is like, what the fuck you gonna do about it? I'll kill you. Or something psychotic if you try to attack. Alright, so, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, concept time. So, let's see. Where am I? So I have to write some shit about how medics are actually going to, be added back in. I don't even remember exactly how this issue came to be, but I think it was a combination of the shaman being more pricey and also requiring more macro in order to, or sorry, requiring more micro in order to get the proper utility out of it. Why a motor show in my fucking song? One of the other things that I've been thinking about is making it so that the escalation upgrades don't actually cost resources, they just cost time. That's probably a better idea for allowing players to swap back and forth between different army compositions. They have to spend the time before they can start building that unit, but removing the resource cost, minerals and Vespine, will be a way to incentivize that sort of thing, I guess. Wow, how did that happen? I just got annihilated. What's up, Balathon? Oh, I went for 1 semester to a community college, but I had to drop out so that I could work on, well, actually do work because I had to support the bills at the time. Was not able to handle it financially, I guess. I was actually going for free, like I had financial aid from the government, so I wasn't paying any money. I guess I probably could have taken out student loans or something and then still gone, but I really didn't like the idea of being in debt, so now I'm in an education debt, I suppose. I just did like general education where they have, it's basically like grade 13, like one grade, like 1 year of school after high school, but it's still high school in a way. That was basically my education. Yeah. Well, in America, they're really ridiculous. Balethal can talk about that all day. I know that because he's had to deal with the student loans. So there are some people who are like in they're pushing retirement age of like 65 or something, and they're still paying off their fucking loans. And those are people who went to college like years ago, obviously. So that's like, forget about the fact that tuition has only gone higher since then. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. It's psychotic. Well, imagine how much you owe if you go to, like, doctor. Or you go to become a doctor, sorry. English. Imagine how much you owe if you know the English language. It doesn't help, though, that, like, on top of the pricing of college going up, the quality has gone down in a lot of cases. Unless you go to a technical school or something. Like, even when I went, back in 2012, my English teacher was an actual, like, radical feminist. And we had to look at Jezebel articles for homework. Like, this is a real thing that I had to do. Like, I didn't even realize how insane that was until after I stopped going. Well, after I stopped going, when people were talking about how they get radicalized or whatever in schools, or they get like sucked into some psycho bubble. Yeah, it seems like that's probably the best thing for you, Alexander. Yeah. Can't see a screenshot on the phone. I'll make it bigger. Hold on. Is that better? Can you see it now? I had to shrink it earlier because it was way too big for desktop. But I guess it was impossible for phones to see it, so now it's just a disaster. Yeah, that was sort of the same thing that I had, where I had an okay GPA, and I wasn't like I didn't have any issues with like delinquency or whatever, so they let me, they approved me for financial aid. And I was pretty solid in terms of my first semester's grades, but like I said, I wasn't really in my control as to whether I stayed or goed. Stayed or goed, by the way. Nice emoji. I can't believe B is autocorrected to Shirklastic's favorite emoji. Really? That's psychotic. Like it was just a clerical error or something. You had to correct that song real quick. Aw, fuck. Lost benefits, lost brain cells! I had a girl over here the other day, and I played Lost Brain Cells for her, and she looked at me confused, and then I had to explain to her the context that I imagined for the song, where it's actually just this fucking safari going through a thick rainforest where all of the monkeys are there, and they're all making that sound, but they all have my face, not head. The head is a monkey, the head of a monkey, but the facial features of me just chopped onto that monkey. And it's just a billion of them making that noise. And our adventurers hacked their way through this rainforest to get to the other side. And them escaping as they finally, like, exit is what you hear at the end of the song as it's fading out. The jungle itself fading away. The cacophony of monkeys. Yeah, exactly. Just like the worst thing you could imagine. I was looking to see if I had written down any other ideas there. It's Halloween orchestra. Well, I imagine cops would be dispatched somewhere, Bailiff. To somebody's house. Whoever made it. Whoever was associated with the people who made it. Deputy Dad would be coming back. Actually, not sure how to even phrase that ability. What do you mean, dear? Oh. Yeah, same way, I think. Hello, Grand Benja. How you doing? Long time no see, dude. Hope everything is well. Somebody barked at me! Take that!
Take this!
There you go.
Take this!
Oh. What am I taking? Ah! Can you guys believe Balethal just punched me? What a meanie. Ow! You didn't even give me any warning for that one.
Get a load of this!
Oh, science vessels are, you can decide to replace them if you want to. So, like, the way that the Terran stuff works is certain units have alternatives, and you can escalate the technology required to use them. The internal logic for this is that, you know, your production facilities can only be equipped with so many different, like, schematics or whatever, or the pieces, the components, to assemble certain combinations. So you escalate, say, the aspect, and that replaces the vulture in all factories. But then you can escalate back to vulture if you want to. Stuff like that. I'm removing the resource cost from it in this update to the new game states documentation, so I think it'll be a bit more accessible than it was before. You'll just need to wait the duration, like the time limit or whatever. And the idea is that if you see a certain, like, escalated unit, or even a certain non-escalated unit, like you see vultures, then, you know, you can infer based on that the opponent probably isn't going to be teching into aspects. But if you kill off the vultures and you don't see any more, then maybe you would have to start worrying about the presence of aspects. Something like that would work out. So it's just a way to have some more army variety without well, just without worrying too much about like overcrowding on the command card, because a lot of total conversions or whatever have actually added in a lot of units. So what you'll get is you'll have this, like you'll build a barracks and there'll be like 6 units, and like it's like 2 more than the default, and like maybe 3 of them are already unlocked at the beginning when you build it. It's like an overwhelming number of units. I would still want a deep tech tree, but having the players specialize their production structures, in this case, generally, like across all of their production structures, or when they're Protoss, specialize their individual production structures by upgrading them. Or if they're Zerg, just, you know, specializing their tech structures to unlock different morphs. That's a way for the player to unlock additional tech without feeling like they have to look at everything. And also, I think that way you can have units that serve similar combat roles, or like there's 2 units that are meant to intercept, you know, enemies in melee, and then there's 2 units that are artillery units, and then there's 2 units that are anti-air units. But like having them be specialized in different specific elements, and locking them out depending on like which tech option you go for. I think that's a fine way to go about it. Especially with maps going to be as big as they are, with as many expansions as they are going to have. I think it makes sense. Yeah, if things are too flexible and too, like, you know, everybody has access to everything, then there could be so many more balance issues as a result of that. Whereas part of the balancing will take care of itself in this context, because the players are locking themselves out of certain options for their army comp by specializing. Also, hello, Rimtech. How you doing, dude? We've been punched by a bear blower, blown by a bear blower. Just generic general education stuff. So I took like psychology, English, sociology, and I think there was like 1 or 2 other classes that I took in there. I just don't remember what they were, but they were pretty basic stuff. What I want to know is, aside from Texas, what is the other state that is that allows for fucking bear blowing? Because everything's legal in Texas, of course. You know, in Canada, it's not illegal to blow bears. It's actually not illegal. Like, it's not just that it's an oversight. They literally passed a law saying that it was legal or something like that. Or it was, like, challenged and... I don't know, it's psychotic. Yeah, it was basically to figure out what exactly I wanted to major in. So I just took, like, basic shit that were guaranteed to be prerequisites for any career I was interested in. Or would at the very least not be, like, going in the opposite direction of something that I was interested in. But I really didn't know what I was going to do. I probably would have done comp sci or something, computer science. Yeah, that's true, Grand Benja. The other thing about Zerg is that they pretty much, in all of the matchups I've seen with pro play, they pretty much build all of their early game and mid game tech. Like, they need a Queen's Nest to get to Hive, so they have access to Queens if they need them. They obviously built a Spire for Scourge and Mutas in, well, Scourge usually in ZVP, and Mutas generally are something that you build in ZVT. But then you can also build Hydralisks, and they of course need Lurkers, so they need a Hydralisk Den. And they usually get all that shit, which is really strange to me because it's very rare that you'll see an RTS where the tech trees are as wide as Brood Wars, but all of the stuff is used. Like, the only thing at that point that isn't in there is Defilers and Ultralisks. Oh, I guess Guardians and Devourers as well. So you'll very rarely see Guardians, but they do pop up in ZVT sometime. And Defilers, obviously, are ZVT crazy. And you'll see them in ZVP for Plague as well. And Ultralisks are ZVT, probably ZVP, maybe a little bit less common. I don't know, it's really crazy that Zerg uses such a deep amount of their tech. Yeah, scouts, there's some island maps where scouts are useful in, like, PvZ, but you'll still be using Corsairs mostly at the beginning. That's also where you'll see Devourers, actually, in that matchup, from what I remember. Right, yeah. Well, it's also weird, like, Protoss is another faction that's kind of like that to me, where you'll get, like, you'll see them in their early game, like, build orders, and they get a Citadel of the Dune, a robotics facility, observatory, robotics support bay, Stargate, Arbiter Tribunal, obviously Templar Archives as a result. Like, they get everything! And it's, like, all in the first, like, 20 minutes of the game. Yeah, you see them in TVZ pretty often, but otherwise, yeah, they're basically absent. Whereas Hydra will definitely see some sick... some real sick usages of Ahmed because of a very specific upgrade that has been added. Let me see if I can find it. A polyoid adhesive. Researched at Academy. Requires science facility. Grants firebats full damage against structures. Just a billion stim-packed firebats picking off your expansion. Bye! Alright. Alright, I think we'll add the Apostle now. Hopefully this page actually saves. I didn't copy paste it, so. There's some melee maps that have neutral command centers that Zerg can infest. In Hydra, I think infested command centers will be a little bit more useful in melee play or whatever, just because they spread creep and spawn larvae. Or no, they spawn larvae if they're on creep. So the idea is that you can immediately use them, and they're also resource depots, so you can use them to like create drones and start an economy and an expansion or something. Well, how do you mean? Man, if this does not save and gets fucked, I'm gonna be pretty upset, because I just added a whole bunch of shit. Hopefully it saves the fact that I was working on it.
This force, this thing that lived inside of them came from a source too violent, too deadly for you to imagine. It grew inside him, contaminated his soul. It was pure evil.
What makes you think
Try that.
come back here?
This house is sacred to him. He has all his memories here. His rage.
Well, what do you mean? The same thing as normal. I mean, mind control has been changed, so it's different now. Oh, I guess it didn't save my, It didn't save this for some reason. Finish that. Well, none of the specialization isn't saved in bank data. Like, I was thinking about making it so that the escalations were saved between plays, but now that I've removed the resource cost to it, it's not really that important to save that. And that would be the only thing that I was going to save anyways. There's no other specialization that goes across maps.
Rest in pizza, Tony!
Oh, fuck. People are barking at me.
Is this your dog?
Were you able to just defeat your enemies, DF, with the help of Necron? I wish this mic stand wouldn't wobble as much. I don't think it's causing any distortion on the audio side, but it's very distracting. What do you mean, Alexander? Wikidot's pretty good. I don't see any real issues with it. Besides, large documents like this will take a while to save. But that's pretty much the only issue I can think of. Makes sense, I guess. Yeah, it's not a... That's pretty much only with large documents. Like, even the campaign listing isn't that big of a deal, and that's literally almost at the end of the... like, it saves pretty quickly. There is an issue where if you have a document that's over a certain size and you hit preview, the buttons at the bottom to then save are, like, they disappear, so you have to... You have to, like, copy-paste everything that you just edited, preview, and then, like, refresh the page and edit and then paste. And then continue editing. So it's kind of, like, annoying, but it's not really that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. I don't think they can fix it either. I'm just assuming that it's not fixable. But maybe it is something that they could look into. I don't know if it's still being developed actively. I just know a lot of people are using it. Dark Fallen Void, man! feel like mid-soul crusher. Don't say Ultimate Dark. Alright, what else are we adding in this? Ultimate Dark Stun. What? What's wrong with you, man? Ulta Life Dark Form. My back. I forgot he killed Eggman, that's psychotic.
No way! I can't believe this!
Alright, I think it's time to hit the air conditioner. It's starting to get hot in here. Apologies for the background sounds. Ugh. You can't say that, Bailithal. Barilithal. That's not allowed. Oh, I was looking for a fucking hair tie, and there's one right here. I still can't believe how angry I was at Metathrom for running over a civilian with a vulture, but doing it in the most retarded way possible. Wow, congratulations on being a fucking oven.
Master, me not want to go to oven!
Fucking sickness. Wow, look at these medic changes. Alright, so I think the changes that we've wound up making are positive overall. The Apostle is now actually, oh, I forgot to fix the formatting there. Oops. Wait. What? What? Dude, why does it get fucked up by the underline? Gotta do a bunch of inline CSS just because XD. Here, I thought I fucked something up, but it was just the CSS being hilarious. The destruction of a climate. Yeah, I would hate to live in a place like that, man. I don't think I would be able to take it. I'm gonna get some water and do a little bit of a fucking stretch here, so I will return momentarily. Thanks for hanging out, BRB. Alright, I have returned. We're back. Hell yeah. So, here we are. Check out my map. Oh yeah, I wasn't sure if... Oh yeah, that fixed it. Oh, fuck! the Psionic Archon. It's one of the second EDAST map, I think, or the first one or something. I just took a 5-second loop of it. Oh, I made a 5-second loop. Of it. Yeah. No, 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 no. Not with a bear. The Dark Templar movement speed increase is going to be psycho. Oh yeah, you were talking earlier, Rimsec. If you were talking about the mind control thing, you won't actually be able to. Well, you'll need to mind control an SCV with multiple Dark Archons, I think. Unless your Dark Archon has like a full mana pool. Yeah, okay, there you go. Sure. Sounds precisely what we want. It's not an upgrade. It's a passive. Change from the get-go. What's stopping you from playing it right now? That's the last campaign of Alternate. Oh fuck, a sandwich! Of course. It's like a remake or whatever of the original campaigns, but with race, like the races are swapped out, so. And it's unremastered, so it's pretty limited. What, an alternate? Or is that in vanilla, you mean? Because there is one map in vanilla that's like that. It actually has a trigger to spawn infested Terrans underneath Tassadar, so. Just remember that Blizzard did that first. If you ever see that happen. He's editing, well, the vanilla alternate was made by Stratus Tygo and was edited by UED Commander. But the Brood War stuff is all his own work, besides the final map, which I made. But yes, it's still derivative of the original campaign. I forgot that I actually added in this upgrade, Last Orders. That's gonna be a fucking crazy upgrade, I think. I like that. That'll be a good bit. Well, he's also using StarCraft 2 characters and shit, so yeah, it's not quite a... Alright. So I was thinking I was gonna try and figure out the aberrance system. I would say that most maps are the latter there. From what I've seen DK play it, when I've watched DK play it rather, it really doesn't even seem like it's that difficult, or the maps are that engaging. There are at the very least more attacks in alternate than there are in the average campaign, but well, the stat boosts don't affect the Scarab, do they? Because then he would have had to buff Scarabs for all of the players, which would have been psycho. I thought Balefall said, I like Lord of Dire Butter. But I fucking misread, holy fuck. Lord and bringer of butter. Well, butter is just an inside joke from Starcraft 2, where the banelings look like rancid butter because they're designed after a World of Warcraft unit or something, so they just fucking... they look retarded. As one expects from Blizzard these days. Yeah, it doesn't seem like you're really incentivized to... Well, it's sort of like the whole consistency diatribe I go on all the time, where what you would want is a map that is consistent insofar as when you play the first map, then whatever you're learning to do there will educate you for the inevitability of the next map to come. But you don't really ever get that opportunity in most custom content, in my experience. Why did I do that? Oh, I wanted to line it up with this. So that would be good. No, that's what I mean. Like, whatever lesson you learn from microing against Reavers and Photon Cannons with Marine Firebat Vulture, you're probably not going to use that lesson, those behaviors, when you inevitably play with more tech, right? So it's just a gimmick. Like, there's ways where you can make it so that the tech you have available is still going to be pertinent, so the lessons that you're going to use, or the gameplay loop that you're going to engage in will be similar at the end of the day to whatever you're going to engage in the later missions. But nobody really even thinks about that. Nobody even thinks, like, you know, hey, I should be telling the player, training the player what to do in situations, even if they do have less tech or less resources. Yeah, pretty much your best bet is like speed upgraded Vulture in that scenario, so that you can see what's up, and then you can lay mines for the Reavers, but nothing really against the cannons. With enough Vultures, you can actually easily destroy cannons, because you almost immediately negate all of their shields. But if they have a lot of them in the same area, then obviously it's a fucking moot point. And your best bet is to, like, again, like everything that you would want to use in that scenario, like Marine Medic or Siege Tanks or Battlecruiser Yamato or something, like it's all locked away. No, I don't think so, but... well, maybe they do. I have the thing right here, so... So it looks like they deal 125 damage. It is explosive, but it's... if you look at the Reaver, it's not enough. Because the Reaver has 100 shields, or 80 shields and 100 health, so yeah, it would take 2. No, that's what I'm saying, is like everything you would want to do in any situation that you're talking, in the situation that you're describing, like all the tech you would want to use is not there. It would be fine if you could build medics or something. You'd still be taking a lot of losses that you wouldn't ever do otherwise, but... I wouldn't expect that, but maybe. I think so. I don't hear any beeping. No. Yeah, the mental image of a lot of that stuff is hard to shake if you grow up looking at it. I've noticed. I thought he had a ponytail. He might actually have one. Now that I think about it. But I'm pretty sure he just had a stupid head. I know there's one somewhere that I blended with. There we go. Okay, so a little bit more verticality going on there. They'll probably set up some cannons or something. I don't think any cannons would be able to reach... Oh no, if they set them up right here, which they probably will do eventually, they would be able to pick off your mineral line. So if you don't have full access to this area... I wanted to make it so that they were able to punish you for not having full control of the area, but I didn't like that there was no way for you to get up there and stop them unless you had either air units or you were, you know, you ran into their fucking base area and went up the ramp. So. hopefully that ends up being just fine. Dude, wait till you see New Gettysburg 2.0. Hey, what's up, Eldrix? Yeah, I was just, I think I'll probably be out of here in an hour. But maybe not. Maybe I'll get wrapped up in something that I feel like finishing. We spent a fair bit of time working on the new game state document, adding some stuff. I wanted to add some of the aberrants and figure out their abilities a little bit more, but maybe I'll do that a little bit later when I'm more awake. 300 milligrams of caffeine later, and I'm still kind of hazy. Fuck yeah. Well, it's like that last mission of Retribution's Protoss campaign, where I absolutely annihilated the drones over and over again with photon cannons, you know? So you just gotta do that, but the Terran version. Bye. So for those of us who are participating, how's the map crapping going? You guys having a good time there? No, it's not quite that faithful of a recreation. You really do have to finish the job. Halting production. Oh no. What happened? Ah, okay. Well, that's okay. That's only 3. Nothing to worry about. Alright. Well, I think the outline is mostly taken care of now. So there's still a bunch of custom terrain I have to get done. And still, you know, probably post-map crap, DF will receive a bunch of punch emojis until he makes the space terrain. So that'll be like, that'll be its own fucking disaster, I imagine. Oh, you're making a parody of me. I thought that was Shambler's theme. I look forward to seeing what you can come up with. You know what I should do, actually? You know what I should do, actually? I hope Iceware comes back soon, man. This is a disaster. So I'm fucking...
Oh boy, pizza.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate the pizza, dude. I appreciate it a lot. Alright, so... Oh wait, what am I doing that for? I can literally just copy the fucking tileset file. Bye. Whoa, this isn't the right one.
Bye.
No, as you said that, the music cut out. It was a good time. Man, I want some pizza right now. I'm fucking hungry. Bing. Bing, 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 bong. Oh, thanks. Much appreciated. You know, that's a line in my brother's old birthday project. He says, let's see if I can 3D print pizza with this thing. So now that's some very important information for you to have known. Exactly. The world is a simulation. Yeah, DF has already made a version for installation that I think I can recycle for this purpose. He's not just any F, he's DF. DF. Yeah, it's actually kind of surprising that that was one of the first things I did, Heltrix, is, hey, I've got this map crap map, let me make some custom tiles. But It's something I'm trying to do more of just because the practice will benefit me, obviously. And in this case, it's stuff I'm reusing for Hydra as well, so it's even better. Oh no, it would have been the other way, wouldn't it? That isn't it. Oh, found him. Thing. There we go. What is that? Plus indeed. So why is there a what is that sticker? I have to look at the chat to see. Rock. Oh, okay. I mean, I know it's a rock with a smiley face and hands, but why does it exist? Look at this man's fucking face! Pretty much. Oops. A rock being arrested, yeah. Fucking stick him up, dude. I did have the idea to add the racist alert sound I have.
Racist alert! Racist alert!
I would cut it down, obviously, but... Bring your medieval music into Mixer? I have to post some links, buddy. Buddy boy. Oh. I gotcha. I need to add band to Mixer. I like that idea. I know, yeah, that's true. Like, it always happens after I play one of those Metro games and assist the Dark Ones, or kill them. Very strange. Never quite could have expected that. Dark ones are illegal in my area. I can't believe they would do such a thing. See you later, Helltrix. Thanks for hanging. Good luck with your trip and stuff. Hopefully you have some fun. I shit, you shit, everybody shits, dude. It's natural. I gotta make the cave doodads at some point. Space caves, man! Think about it. Think of the possibilities. Yeah. The bottom of the cliffs is not final. I might even do that now after I'm done placing this shit, just because I'm kind of... Like, every time I look at it, it wears a little bit more on me. I'm gonna smooth them out and that sort of thing. I also have to remove stuff like the plants and fossils. Well, maybe the fossils are okay. I kind of like the idea that that would happen every now and then. Wow. But yeah, it shouldn't take too long to improve the overall construction of some of this stuff. At least I don't think it will.
Oh no!
Sounds like they didn't scale it well at all. Who would have guessed?
It's over. Ah! He's not gonna get away with this!
You. No. Gonna have to put that one away. Lock you up in a fucking cage! Yeah, the dog. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, Microsoft is, you know, they're
Is this your dog?
They're still working, man. They don't really know what's going on. Give them some time, and maybe they'll be able to generate a quality product sometime this year. Walk behind the dog. Alright, cool. Well, they're not pests usually. They're only like that if they bark a lot. In that case, just fucking get rid of them. I think that's pretty cool that we were able to do all that in Space Platform, man. I like that. I am a fan. So with this stream, we've definitely finalized the setup here. I'll go ahead and do this area now. I've earned a pizza. Dude, I agree. Oh, that's what that is. Really cool. Ah, is that a coffee? Thanks. I mean, I'll put it to use either way. Yeah, I haven't really been a big fan of coffee, to be honest with you. Annihilated. Bing, 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 bong, bong. I wouldn't be... Would not be surprised. That's all I'll say on that topic. Dark Fellborn Annihilan. Annihilan, Darkfallen, Fellborn, Cursebearer. More like you, actually. Better watch out, dude. This is their theme song right here. Elder Brutal Edgemaster. Guess it wasn't too useful after all. No, I can't use that one. Fuck. Yeah, it's probably not something that updates very quickly or whatever. This isn't really the most exciting of streams. I'm not really doing any crazy AI or any real testing stuff. It's just one of those, you know. It's a stream where we are trucking onward. Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't count phone viewers. Oh, no, because you're on a phone, aren't you? It's a tricky one. They pretty much fucking banned Rimtech anyway, so... Yeah, maybe it just doesn't work. Oh, I see what you're saying. That sounds like a real fucking pain in the ass, honestly. I switch windows so instinctively. All the time. You'll notice that Blizzard's tiles have quite a bit of repetition in them. I'm convinced that that is just them being incompetent. And not knowing how to program something that is, the least bit functional. Hey, what's up, Shovel? Yeah, I haven't done the bases yet, so the bottom of the tiles still look a little fucky. Like, they're literally just masked out dirt from them. But at some point I'll be rounding them out and removing grass and other such things that obviously wouldn't survive in that environment. But how are you doing, man? How's things? What, specifically? Imperator? Alexander? You were? They already are recolored a little bit, but I might hue them a little redder. Unless you had a different suggestion or a specific idea. Yeah. It's not really the be-all, end-all for sure. I would like there to be a little bit more visual variety. But the brown isn't, it is a little bit different. Like, it is a little darker, I guess, which probably is making it even a little bit more noticeable. But, I think things will still be okay overall. I tried to select that as a doodad. Forgot what I'm fucking doing. Alright, see you later, man. Thanks for hanging.
Bye.
Yeah, closest thing you get is bye. So still trying to properly assemble a good set of detail over here, but alright, well, that's something. I still have to clean up the, this end piece. But that'll be for later on. Holy shit. Subhuman, by the way. When even UED Commander calls you subhuman, something's fucked up. I think we're good to go, honestly. Like, I can't think of anything else that I can tackle right now without it being a fucking production. I guess I'll try to do the tile set extension here for the for this ramp. That's something that needs to be done. Okay. We'll send 192 for this. Oh fuck. Russia! We're getting rushed. I don't know about this one, guys. Seems a little psycho. I gotta be honest. So the main issue I think that's going to be tricky about making sure that this is appropriate as far as the blend goes is going to be that rust shit. Like, the stuff where it's meant to be rusty, I have no real guarantee that it's going to be appropriate for like, what a... Like, if it's going to look good until I see it in game, basically. Like, it's nice to have some extra details here and there, for sure, but... Very difficult to know for sure if it's going to be a problem or not. Of course, I could do some more fine-tuning here and there later on once I have the whole thing figured out. Wish I could just be able to fabricate this shit into existence, but obviously I'm not very good at drawing, so I'm kind of stuck with this setup. For some reason, I will never understand, that overdriven scream is incredibly popular in edgy electronic music. Okay. We are probably at the edge of what we can do with this. I agree. Okay, so I don't see anything immediately obviously wrong, per se. Oh, up here we didn't finish cleaning this up. Hey! Turn my edgy music back on, you motherfucker. Oh. I was opening the EXE. There we go. Alright, cool. It seems to work in that case. I don't know if there's any examples of me wanting a wider one, though, that I would be able to experiment upon. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it seems to blend pretty well. There is that to clean up. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I actually don't see any immediate issues with any of that. So that's pretty nice. They will all at least be this size, I think. I guess that's an exception there. Oh shit, I didn't even notice that was happening. That must have been from the original blend by accident. Pretty small detail, so. Just missed it, I guess.
Foggy?
Aha, because it's not a big detail, it's a small detail. LOL.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I think they came up pretty well. I also think I've already done them all. Like, placed them all. They need to be placed. So. Nice. Cool. Well, I think that does us a solid here, man. We did it. I gotta say, this was less focused mod stream than I thought. I thought I'd be on the AI already, but I'm glad that I ended up doing all this because it's important to actually get the layout done in such a way where it's functional, so I'll take it. Something I was thinking about is actually turning the ramp into a bridge for high ground blends, where it would actually go over, sort of like the normal bridges go over space. This catwalk bridge would go over platform and space and connect directly to high ground. I think that could be interesting. And it would kind of, I mean, it's like the catwalk ramp kind of looks like it could be a drawbridge or something too, so I don't know. That's something that I would probably need DF's help with, though. I don't think I would be able to do that myself. But maybe someday I'll be able to rival that man's talents. I've still got to add a couple of asteroid bits here and there, I think. I'm not sure if I'll convert this bottom left area into an asteroid. I probably won't. But the bottom right asteroid is done, top right asteroid's done, the bottom left asteroid stuff, like little bits, are done. I'll probably add a couple of bits floating around over here towards the edge. And I might replace some of these with like asteroids or something, just for eye candy. Or some other kind of platform like the catwalk. And I think that really sells it all. So, as far as terrain is concerned, the to-do list for the custom tiles is to get a better base for the elevated catwalk and get a better base for the asteroid stuff. So I gotta do those at some point. Otherwise, we need ramps. That's not my area of expertise. So I'll just sit here and stare at this ugly shit for a while. And, yeah. So the next mod stream, I'll hopefully be doing AI. We'll start out with the single-player AI ally. And then after that, we'll move on to Ultramarine down in the bottom left. And the other AI stuff will, like in that order, would be Tyrion in the top right and Sienna in the bottom right. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this map plays out with all of the differences. So now that Elevated Catwalk has a purpose, I think it's fine to make it unbuildable, since that's another thing that I forgot to do, actually. So just go through and find it. Get rid of that. And then, yeah, I think that does it. I appreciate you guys hanging out, keeping me company while I worked. I will definitely be seeing you guys soon. Stay tuned for tomorrow.
Zerg,
there will
here?
be
Well, Commander, I'll be seeing you.
hell yeah. Tomorrow there's going to be both a Mapcraft modding stream and a Retribution playthrough stream where you start the Terran campaign. So check that out, man. Bye.
Bye. Bye.